Everyone. I'm Hansani Dadallage and welcome to the module Academic Skills and Studying with Confidence, week 2 of semester 2. So let's see what we are going to learn today. The learning outcome of this session is to use effective search techniques to find relevant, reliable information. At the end of the session, you will be able to understand the importance of academic skills for success in university and have an overview of key academic skills such as critical thinking, time management, note taking, and academic writing, and also to learn more about studying with confidence techniques like goal setting and overcoming academic challenges. So first, let's see what are academic skills. Academic skills are the abilities, strategies, and habits that can help learners succeed in an academic setting. So these are the skills that you have to improve in order to succeed in your academic journey. That's why through this lesson, we are looking at the different academic skills. Then the importance of academic skills for university success. Academic skills are essential for effective learning and understanding complex information and solve problems. Strong writing skills are crucial for conveying ideas clearly, especially when it comes to assignments, with proper citation demonstrating scholarly integrity. So, when you are writing academically, you have to cite properly in order to demonstrate scholarly integrity. Then, studying with confidence techniques, you have to follow these techniques for studying with confidence and academic skills. Listening, reading, and note taking. So these are important techniques that you have to follow. So effective listening and effective reading is important along with note taking. Then critical thinking means you have to think critically when you are reading or listening to your lectures. So critical thinking helps in analyzing information and solving problems. Then time management is crucial when it comes to academic journey because you have to balance your time between other works. So efficient time management ensures students balance academic and personal commitment. Then academic writing styles, citation methods, and structuring essays are vital aspects coming under academic writing that you have to learn during your academic journey. Then digital skills and presenting skills means understanding how computers function can improve your performance at school as well as at work. You may use a computer to draft written assignments, create graphics, perform research, and use software. So IT skills are vital and crucial in today's world in your academic journey because you have to use these skills when you are learning. When we move on to note taking, it is a systematic approach to processing the information presented to you by scanning the main points for future reference. So note taking is taking down the important points from reading or listening to your lectures. So this is not about writing everything you hear or read. It is a process of reviewing, connecting, and synthesizing ideas from your lectures or reading. So this is important in several aspects because it helps to actively listen to what teacher is saying and prevents lack of focus. When you are taking notes, you can stay focused and you will not lose your focus and helps you reduce your study time. And notes are useful when preparing for assessments because those notes can be used as a summary of important points of what you learned. And also note taking can boost your knowledge and skills of the topic. Then academic reading skills. When it comes to reading, you have to decide in advance what you need from a text. Especially when you are reading scholarly articles which are lengthy, you have to decide which sections are important for your topic and which sections you are going to read. Then in reading strategy, you can use skimming, scanning, skipping bits, and starting in the middle according to your requirements. So again, when it comes to lengthy articles, it is important that you scan it properly and skip it to understand and go through it quickly. Then reading actively and reading critically are vital. So reading critically means questioning everything you read. So just reading will not be helping you. You will have to read it critically, asking questions from yourself like, why is that? How sure can you be? And could there be a different interpretation or explanation? So these questions should be asked from yourself. And when reading, you have to compare and contrast different articles as well. So you have to check whether the articles agree or disagree, and do they say similar or different things, and why, if there are differences. And also it is important to make notes and paraphrase the cited parts to avoid plagiarism when you are reading. Then managing time and motivation is the next factor. So time management should be done appropriately. So you can make a to-do list, which will be helpful for you in your academic life as well as in your day-to-day life. And also you can make a chart as shown in this slide. So you can classify the task that you have to do depending on the emergency and their importance. So you can see that if the task is urgent and important, you can put those tasks under priorities, and you have to give priority to those type of tasks. And then if there are tasks that are not urgent but are important, you can list them under goals. And the next type of tasks are which are urgent but not important. You can categorize them as interruptions. And finally, there can be tasks which are not urgent and not important, which we call distractions. So this is a chart which you can use to make your life easier. And then critical thinking, it is the ability to analyze information effectively and form a judgment. So through critical thinking, you will be able to make a decision or judgment based on what you read or heard. To think critically, you must be aware of your own biases and assumptions when encountering information, and apply consistent standards when evaluating sources. And critical thinking skills help you to identify credible sources, evaluate and respond to arguments, assess alternative viewpoints by different authors, and test hypotheses against relevant criteria. Then let's see how to identify reliable sources. So, there can be reliable sources as well as unreliable sources. In this case, you should be able to identify what are reliable sources, because for your studies in your academic life, you have to use only reliable sources. So reliable sources can be identified using the framework which is called CRAFT, which is shown in this slide. And CRAFT stands for currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. So when we look at currency, means the timeliness of information. So you have to check whether the information has been updated. So if the information are outdated, you can't use those information as reliable information. Then when we move on to relevance, it means the importance of the information for your needs. So you have to check how important the source for your topic or for your chosen area of study. So you can check whether does the information relate to your topic or answer your question. If not, we can say that it is not relevant and it is not suitable to use that source for your work. When we move on to authority, it means the source of the information. That means who is the author, publisher, source, or sponsor. So you can check this through author's credentials or organizational affiliations. So checking authority is important to identify the reliability of the source. The next one is accuracy. That means the reliability, truthfulness, and correctness of the content of the source. You have to check for the accuracy of the information given in the article. So For that, you can check from where the information has come from, and is the information supported by sufficient evidence, or you can check for spelling grammar mistakes as well. And also you can check whether the information are biased. Through this, you can verify the accuracy of the information. Then you have to check for the purpose of the source. That means the reason the information exists. So you have to check the purpose of the information. Is that to inform, teach, sell, entertain, or persuade? So you have to always check whether the information are unbiased. If they are biased, you can't rely on that source. So that is about the CRAP framework that you have to keep in mind when you are choosing reliable sources for your studies. Then academic writing. It is a formal style of writing used in universities and scholarly publications. You will encounter it in journal articles and books on academic topics. And also, you will be expected to write your essays, research papers, and dissertations in academic style. So you can read journal articles by downloading from Google Scholar or the library. So through that, you can understand more about academic writing. And when it comes to type of academic text, there are different types which are mentioned in this chart, starting with the essay. Essay means a fairly short, self-contained argument, often using sources from a class in response to a question provided by an instructor. So basically, essays can be written based on a topic, and it is a fairly short argument. But when it comes to research paper, it is a more in-depth investigation based on independent research, often in response to a question chosen by the student. So this is a more in-depth investigation. And thesis or dissertation is a large final research project undertaken at the end of a degree, usually on a dissertation topic of the student's choice. And research proposal is an outline of a potential topic and plan for a future dissertation or research project. So basically, a research proposal should be made before you start a research or dissertation. And when we move on to literature review, it is a critical synthesis of existing research on a topic, usually written in order to inform the approach of a new piece of research. So through literature review, we review the other articles or other sources which have been written on the same chosen topic to get more information about that chosen topic. So these are the types of academic text, and this is a video on 5 steps of the academic writing process for more information. And now let's see some examples for reliable versus unreliable sources. Starting with Wikipedia. So you all know Wikipedia is not a reliable source. It is an unreliable source. The reason is that anyone can edit Wikipedia and we can't confirm the author in Wikipedia. That's why Wikipedia is identified as an unreliable source. And this is HM government website. This is the official website of HM government. So therefore, this is a reliable source. This is Gartner's website, which is identified as an unreliable source because it is identified as an outdated website. So as we learned earlier, we have to use updated information. That's why this is identified as unreliable. And this is, you can see Oxford Brookes University website, which is a reliable source. And this is another example of a journal article with, you can see with the names of the authors, and you can see that it has been cited properly. This is a reliable source. These are few examples for reliable versus unreliable sources. And this is a group activity based on today's lesson. And these are the references. And that's all about the today's lesson. Thank you so much for listening.